All right, 32 was my first WrestleMania.
Tell us.
The other event, much like Pete was saying, definitely don't know exactly what you're going to be getting into necessarily on your first one. I did tickets for Takeover or Raw. Raw I just watched at the hotel. Takeover watched at Kevin Nash's party I was at, which was kind of cool. Like Billy Gunn was there, Kevin Nash, Adam Cole. Pretty cool thing. Other things I attended to NXT Access. That was awesome.
Tapings?
Went
or
to
tapings or just matches?
No, just matches. The next day, the day after I went, is they had the tapings, which everyone was buzzing about Nakamura, which was a huge buzz around the whole entire city that week. But I also went to Evolve, which basically everyone on that card is in WWE now. And then I also went to WrestleCon Super Show, which was awesome. WrestleMania was my first one. That the tickets I had bought said it wasn't on. It was like eye level. It said. I was like, all right, cool. I bought them. It was standing room only tickets. There was no actual seat, so I had to stand for 6-7 hours, whatever it was.
Ouch.
I talk about the show at the same time as this. Liso versus Ryback was watching a little bit, but there were still people in front of me. So as soon as that match ended, it took from that point until the start of the tag match, 2 matches later, to get to the other side of the stadium. And that's where I wound up watching the rest of the show at. Even during the show, had to watch it on a lot of it on the actual Titantron, because people would be standing in front of you or whatever. So anytime someone would move, you try to adjust to get a little bit closer, but then people would still want to get in front of you at random points throughout the show. So my first Mania was great, but it was also a disaster. The women's match, I only saw of while walking through the stadium, because they would have those screens.
The pre-show match
throughout the stadium. Yes, correct. The pre-show match, which was Alicia Fox, Brie Bella, Eva Marie, Natalia, and Paige beating Emma, Lana, Naomi, Summer Rae, and Tamina. So that one I only saw bits of on the screen.
The actual women.
Yes. But there's just that, as an electricity is different than anything else. Like standing in line to get into a WrestleMania is a spectacle unto itself, especially in Dallas. I thought it was normal. Other Manias are a little bit better. This one had so many different lines going outside, and they had to keep adjusting people to get into different lines. But Mania itself is a hassle to get into. Like the only other one that was really bad besides this was in New Jersey. That one had a lot of various different lines as well. But I just remember this one I thought it was a normal thing, but after attending, 2 others the next couple of years that were way easier to get into. Yeah. The line was a disaster, but even though it was a bunch of mishaps while there, I wouldn't have changed it. I still loved being there. I got a chance to see, which actually I'll talk about this one since it's on here. I got to see Zack Ryder win the Intercontinental Championship, which I easily could have left the show right then and there and not seen anything else. That literally made my entire weekend. That was one of, if not the biggest markout moments of my entire life, was watching Zack Ryder win the Intercontinental Championship at WrestleMania. That was amazing, and that's one that match when he was coming, like, I didn't give a shit. Like, I was like I was literally trying to hang onto a wall to watch that moment, and it was just a huge shocker that it actually happened, and it totally made my entire week. So that was amazing. I honestly would probably say Evolve was my favorite show of the weekend. Well, no, actually, possibly between that and NXT. That Evolve still had a lot of NXT ties because at that Evolve show, they were promoting the Cruiserweight Classic, because the Cruiserweight Classic was going to be using guys from Evolve. Even that Evolve show had WWE ties to it. TJ Perkins is there, and he claimed that he was going to win the entire tournament, which he wound up doing. So I was like, in hindsight, that's pretty cool to have seen, his mission statement, come true. But I mean, I loved the entire weekend. Definitely got more used to it in the next couple of years, for sure. But fantastic weekend altogether. What about you guys? Any other shows that you guys went to?
Pete, did you go?
I don't
anywhere?
think so. I just did the usual Raw, SmackDown, NXT. Nothing, no indie shows. I wasn't an indie guy at that time. It was still like, I'm here for the main show. I don't want to see all these smaller shows. But obviously, I grew up and I evolved myself, and now I love it. I love the smaller shows.
Evolved, nice. Play on words. You see what he did there?
See.
Thank you for joining us on the Outlaw Mudshow Drive-In. If you liked that video, please click like and subscribe to our channel for more content from the Drive-In. For full episodes of our podcast, you may look us up on Anchor, Spotify, or wherever your favorite podcasts are available. Just search for Outlaw Mudshow Drive-In. And if it's not too much trouble, would you help us out here? Spread the word, share. We would really appreciate it. Thank you. We love you. Bye.